Afternoon, everyone. It's Davinda from Nolan Business Solutions. Thank you for joining the SalesPad demonstration with us this afternoon. We're going to go through a whirlwind of functionality in a very short space of time. There is a lot more to the product that we won't be able to show you today. We have, in this instance, put the webinar on mute just so we can run through the content, but there will be an opportunity to ask any questions as we're going along by the chat session that's in the webinar, which I will answer. Matt from SalesPad is very kindly doing the demonstration for us, and also at the end we'll be available to answer any additional questions that we haven't been able to field during the presentation. I hope you all enjoyed the webinar, and I'm now going to hand over to Matt for the presentation. Matt, over to you.
Thanks, Davinder. Afternoon, everybody. My name is Matt Guglielmi, and I am with SalesPad on the Sales and Channel team. Quick background on the company. We've been in business for about 12 years and have 600 customers in North America. And I'm going to do a quick intro on our portfolio, and then I will move into the SalesPad demo. So SalesPad is our flagship product, which I will show you momentarily, and which integrates with Dynamics GP. And a lot of the business issues that our customers have that we address, and we address very well, is around fulfillment of serialized and lot control items, access to customer information, the ability to have multiple customers and documents open simultaneously, and be able to quickly process those orders, managing pricing programs, CRM integration with GP, and then workflow around sales documents and overall business visibility. So one of our other products that we have that works specifically with GP and or SalesPad is a mobile version. So this allows sales order processing right into GP from an iOS and Android device. So this is great for if you have people that service people that are out in the field, or salespeople that are out in the field and need inventory visibility to be able to quickly create a new quote or an order, or generate a new contact or a new customer record right into GP. And data collection is our warehouse management system. So this will allow you to pick and receive documents right into GP, automate stock counts, inventory adjustments, and warehouse transfers. And again, this is going to work specifically right into to GP. So it'll allow you to go paperless, and then you can also print your item in bin labels from here as well. Card Control is our credit card authorization tool that again works specifically with GP and or SalesPad. So this allows you to process a credit card transaction at the document level. It allows you to be PCI compliant, so it will store all the credit card information encryptedly. We support about a half dozen gateways, and Authorize.net is one of those gateways, which works in the United Kingdom. And then mobile boards is one of our recent products that we've launched this year, and this is for mobile dashboards. So you can have a variety of KPIs of information that you want to track, sales figures, whatever the case may be, deliveries per day, per week, that kind of thing, and then that will be again displayed through an iOS and Android device. And then Additions is another tool that we launched this year, and this is a really nice tool for the non-SalesPad user. So what you'll see in the demo, one of the things that we do really well is unlimited user-defined fields around the business objects in GP. So people that don't have SalesPad can now have visibility into those user-defined fields that the SalesPad users are, and then you can also search documents through our capabilities in GP. So this is SalesPad. You'll see, first thing you'll notice that this is a .NET app, so people love the user interface that SalesPad offers. They adapt to it very quickly. We are going to integrate with the inventory, purchasing, and sales modules within GP. So this is GP in that sense, and then all of our functionality that's unique to SalesPad simply becomes a SalesPad table within the SQL database. We do not consume a license of GP. These are concurrent licenses, and then we are integrating with the SQL database through Microsoft's eConnect tool. So documents that are created in SalesPad are instantly visible in GP and vice versa. So I'm going to go ahead and do a wide open search here, and SalesPad's going to deliver all of that GP information in this grid layout. So this is going to be defined by the user, but again, we have the ability to have unlimited user-defined fields of information that you're going to want to track and report about your customers. And so I can simply, whatever type of information I want in the grid layout, I can go ahead and bring those in, and I have the ability to maybe, filter on those. I can filter again down to a different level. I can export this information to Excel if I wanted to move it to another system or some other type of report. So a lot of capabilities around this grid functionality of quickly searching and finding customers. And so I'm going to go ahead and open the customer record, Aaron Fitz. And first thing you'll notice that this is the pop-up, this is the customer note that's in GP. We have it as a date stamped pop-up note. So this is a great way to communicate important information about the customer. So I'm going to go ahead and then go back to my customer search here. I'm going to check my filter, and then I'm just going to do a quick filter on just putting a couple letters in here, and so now I can open up Blue Yonder. So here I've opened up another customer record. So now you can see I'm just toggling back and forth between customer records. So people that are in GP all day, they really love this functionality of how easy it is to access customer information. So I'm going to go back to Aaron Fitz. So this is our customer card in GP. So I like to call it more of a customer portal of everything that's important and related to the customer. So on the left-hand side here you have some standard GP information, but I can also have user-defined fields that I, again, have created and want to track information around this customer. So I can just simply drop and drag this in, going to be unique to my business role within the company. And so this is going to be, I can go ahead and save this layout, and it's going to persist every time I log in. So now I can start to track this information. I just hovered over the customer number here, and I've got a quick financial summary. This comes from a data warehouse table of posted sales information that we leverage in a variety of different areas within SalesPad. On the right-hand side, I now have access to all my open sales documents within this customer. So again, I have quick visibility of searching on a specific document that I'm looking for. I can go ahead and open up that document. You see the batch column that I have in the grid layout. So now I have visibility into all of the documents that are moving through the workflow that we've defined for the company. So I know what's in a ready-to-pick bin, batch, or approved, order received, or acknowledged batch, what's been shipped, just based on the workflow. So again, I'm going to go ahead and I can just filter. Now I see all the documents that are in the picking stage for this customer. So I have my security wide open. Security is obviously controlled at the individual and group level. So I have all my tabs open. So I'm just going to go ahead and touch on a couple key tabs here. The CRM capabilities within SalesPad. On the right-hand side, I have access to creating notes. So I can go ahead and going to be date and time stamp, type a note, but then I can define the note based on what's unique to my business. So if I wanted this to be installation or delivery, something like that, I could go ahead and do that. And then we can go ahead and filter on all these different types of notes. We have an Outlook plugin which allows emails from Outlook to come into SalesPad, and then tasks that are created to within SalesPad can then go to the Outlook calendar. So here on my tasks are going to be really straightforward. Red would be past due, green due today, that kind of thing. I can go ahead and create these tasks right from the customer record, and then I can assign them to different people on my team. So if I'm an account manager and I need to assign a task around a customer for a service or a delivery person, I can go ahead and do that and add some notes. This information is going to again be available from SalesPad today, which is our calendar for managing all these tasks, and then again it can integrate with the Outlook calendar as well. Another tab that people really love is the AR tab, so it gives me a quick financial summary of information about the customer. I have quick access to all the invoices that make up that balance. Here I have a quick report around all the serialized items I've sold to customers at the document level, so I have quick insight into tracking those serialized items for warranty purposes. User-defined fields, again, we have unlimited user-defined fields around these business objects. It can be date and time stamp, true, false, freehand notes, and I can break them up into different categories of, again, information that I may want to track and then report on around the customer. We support GP standard and extended pricing. We do have some additional pricing modules. Special pricing is going to be a price level based on start and end date or quantities. Contract pricing would be the same thing. We're going to track the items against a specific contract, what would be remaining. Default doc items. You have customers that are constantly purchasing the same items. I can go ahead and set this up so when I create a new order, I can go ahead and drop these default items in, but maybe this month the customer only wanted to purchase a couple of these items, so I'm just going to select 3 of those, and now I can quickly process this order. So that, again, that's a great tool for customers that are constantly purchasing the same items over and over. And then we also have the ability to when you email a document right out of SalesPad, that's going to leave an audit trail, again, so you have verification. I'm going to go ahead and create a new order. So one of the things I want to show here is how we do a stop-to-pop transaction. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly type in the item number that I know. If I did not know that, I can enter the inventory lookup screen, and I'll show you that momentarily. So here, hitting this ellipse, now I can go into inventory and search for a specific item that I want to drop in, and I'm going to touch on this screen again momentarily. But here I'm going to sell a non-inventory item. So this, I know, is something that's out of stock, or it's going to be unique to this customer. So I'm going to go ahead and SalesPad's going to let me know that this is a non-inventory item. I'm going to select a vendor for this item. And I'm going to put my unit of measure in. I have to put a cost in, and I'm going to put a sell in. And so now I'm going to save this document. And so I've saved order 6907. And so SalesPad knows that there's a non-inventory item here, so this purchase tab opened up. So now I'm going to create a purchase order based on that, and it's going to be linked to this sales document. So I'm going to create this PO. And so I've got my warehouse location I want that shipped to. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. I've created this PO. And so now I'm going to go ahead and release this into our workflow. And so SalesPad is going to split the document. I'm splitting this based on an HD40, which is an inventory. This item is an inventory, and then my non-inventory item. We can split documents on a variety of different based on product, warehouse, shipping locations, a variety of different variables. And so now I can go ahead and email or fax, print this order right to my customer. This is going to be, a template that we would build out for you, put your logo in, that kind of thing. But again, this is going to be sent right to the customer from SalesPad here. So SalesPad has now, that original order has become historical. And then the .1 is moved to the ready-to-pick batch, so somebody in the warehouse can go ahead and pick that. And then the .2 is moved into a backorder batch. Again, we've split that document based on workflow rules. This is released into the system, and that is all done through our workflow. And workflow is unique to your business environment. I have some customers that have 5 line items in workflow, and I have some customers that have 30 line items in workflow. And these are going to be around any document type that you have in the system, whether it's a return, quote, order, invoice. So we can do something like an AR review that the document needs to pass, or a margin review, maybe a pre-saved script around items that are approved or not approved for a specific customer before they go into a ready-to-pick and get shipped and processed. And so once workflow is set up, Sales Monitor is our dashboard tool that gives you visibility into all the documents that are moving through the system. So now if I'm a sales manager, I can see that I have 4 documents totaling $55,000 that did not pass an AR review, and I can go ahead and access this document and get that, you know, make the appropriate changes, approve it, so it moves through the workflow and the order gets processed. Or here I'm back in the you know, warehouse person, so now I have visibility into all of my orders that, you know, are ready to pick, and I can get those processed. If you have orders that are coming in from multiple sources, like EDI or a B2B solution, okay, they can all going to be filtered into the SQL database, can have their own doc types, and then be visible and have their own workflow rules around SalesPad. So here I can have visibility into all my EDI orders that are coming in. And then, you know, we can do sales batch processing, where we're going to take all these EDI orders and just release them all at one time into the system so they get processed at the same time. So that's a great tool for, you know, batch processing and moving documents through the system quickly. So that was a walkthrough on the workflow and then the visibility around inventory. So, excuse me, or the documents that are through in the system. I just want to touch on inventory capabilities and that visibility that we have. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the inventory lookup screen. And again, this can also be launched from the sales document line by hitting that ellipse that I showed you. So here I'm going to do a wide open search. So now I have visibility into all the items that are in the system. And here I can go ahead and now I can filter on any of these different columns. So, you know, if I'm looking for something from description or whatever the case may be, I can go ahead and quickly find the item that I'm looking for. And so I've selected my HD 180 here, and so I'm going to go ahead and touch on some of the inventory visibility that we have here. So if you have multiple locations, now I can see all the inventory information on this specific item per warehouse. So what's on hand, what's allocated, back ordered. If I click on the hyperlink here, now I have visibility into all of the documents that this item is allocated to. So I can get quick insight into that, open up those documents from here. And then again, that would be the same thing around the back order or any of these fields. I can have bin visibility right here. I could do a bin transfer for right here from the screen because that does not need to be posted. Which we do not post from SalesPad, but again, that would be done out of the posting would be done out of GP. Item sales, any quick access into all of the documents this item has ever been attached to, all the POs that this item is attached to based on the date range that I select here, and we can simply just change that and refresh that information. If for lot controlled and serialized items, I have quick visibility into all of those items that make up, or excuse me, that are attached to the item. So again, part of my fulfillment process is I can have quick access into those from the document level and from the screen. And the user-defined fields that I want to track at the item level would be here. One of the nice things that we have that people really like is I can have set up a replacement. So if you know an item is going to be out of stock for a while and this is going to be an approved item, so I'm going to approve the HD 500 for the HD 180. When somebody puts that into a sales document, it will be replaced by the HD 500 because that again is an approved item for this product. So that was kind of a quick overview on some of the inventory visibility that we have. So I'm going to go back to I want to touch on some CRM capabilities. So back at the customer card, I touched on here the CRM capabilities around accessing notes and tasks. But here from this CRM tab, now we have early pipeline management. So we have new business objects that is an opportunity and prospect, which I'm starting to track that information. So here, if I look at my opportunity monitor, which I've defined for my opportunities, I want to see what are cold, hot, new, warm. Those are the different stages I've defined. So I can go ahead and access those opportunities. And again, I can create user-defined fields around opportunities, but these are just going to be, I'm not adding items, so this is just a quick insight into that real early pipeline management of, I know they're going to do an opportunity sometime later in the year, and so I've defined some notes. I can do some interactions here. Again, user-defined fields. If you're in the channel business, I can attach this opportunity to multiple customers or multiple prospects. So if there are multiple companies going to be involved, that can have visibility into that. And then when this opportunity moves to the stage where it needs to be converted to a quote, I can go ahead and convert that to a quote. And that will now become a quote in GP and SalesPad. So here again, same thing from the prospect. I can do a wide open search on all my prospects. I can create a new prospects. We do have an import tool for creating importing a large amount of prospects at one time if you were to buy a list, that kind of thing. Here, I'm looking at this prospect has become a customer, so this is a historical record. And when the prospect becomes a customer, all the notes and everything will follow and be tracked along into the customer record. So another nice thing we added here is a salesperson, what I like to call a salesperson portal. So these are going to be defined by the salespeople that you have set up in GP. So if I go ahead and hit E in here, now I have, as a salesperson, I have a portal into my territory, and I can manage that from one screen. So I've got a dashboard capabilities here around my sales figures based on the months year to date. I can do the same thing around opportunities. If you're using the commission capabilities in GP, we have visibility into that. Something like this would be turned off by security if you were not using GP commissions. But here I have access to all of the documents, open and historical, that are in my territory. So again, I have quick access into that information all from one screen as opposed to going into the different customer records. I can, again, log notes around my territory. And when I create new tasks here, I can now assign tasks to a specific customer. So that's going to be, again, back in the customer record. That task is going to be visible right there. And then I can also have visibility here. I can assign tasks to different people, again, on my team, and the notes, those same capabilities. And then I have access to all my open opportunities and prospects here. So again, this is a great portal for salespeople to manage their territory. So lastly, I wanted to touch on is some reporting capabilities. So quick reports are all our reports that we create that are SQL reports, going to be based on all those unlimited user-defined fields or any fields that are in the SQL database. So those can all be accessed from the quick report tab here. And again, at the customer level. And then sales analysis is reporting on the fly. So here I have the ability to access all posted sales information that's in the system from that data warehouse table that we've created. And so this is a great tool, again, to see this type of information. And then if I want to go ahead and just drop and drag different variables, I can get that information, quickly displayed. And then this is a great way for salespeople to see their numbers or management to get reports on the fly. And then I can export that information to Excel. So that is my quick walkthrough through SalesPad. I have a few minutes left if we'd like to open it up and take any questions.
I don't think we have any questions, Matt. I can't see any come through from chat. I think you did a really, really good run through in the short time that we had, so thank you for that. If anyone does have any questions, then please do ask them via chat, or alternatively, we're happy to take them offline and deal with them individually. Matt, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm available for any follow-up questions. If you shoot me an email or anything, just please let me know. I can help out in any way.
Okay. I think we've covered it. Thank you again, Matt, very much for your time, and thank you everyone for attending. It does have a lot more functionality than we've been able to cover in the 20-30 minutes today. We will be doing another presentation, perhaps covering more of the purchasing stroke inventory side shortly, which is scheduled in the event section under Nolan Business Solutions too. But if you do have any questions, then please don't hesitate to contact Nolan Business Solutions. I'd like to thank everyone for attending, and thanks Matt from SalesPad for your time today.
Have a great day, everybody.
Take care. Bye-bye.